Welcome to our next lesson here at Adulting Starts Here, where we tackle one of the most intimidating steps in the credit world, and that's opening your very first credit card. Now, credit cards often get a bad reputation. You've probably heard people say things like credit cards are dangerous. They'll get you into debt. They are a slippery slope into living paycheck to paycheck. And the answer is yes to all of those if you don't understand how they work. They can cause some real financial stress, and that's super true. But when you use a credit card the right way, it becomes a powerful tool for building credit, earning rewards, and protecting your money. So let's make sure you get started the smart way. And first off, why even bother with the credit card? It's a fair question that many people ask, and here's the truth. It's one of the fastest and easiest ways to start building credit for new adults. It gives you things like purchase protection and fraud prevention, which is something that debit cards usually do not offer. And many cards, credit cards at least, offer cash back, points, or perks just for spending money you'd already be spending. Again, most debit cards don't offer this. So done right, your first credit card becomes a solid part of your foundation of your credit history, and that can pay off for years to come. So before you jump into applying, I do kind of want you to get clear on your goals for managing your credit card. Your goals with your first credit card are not to buy things that you can't afford. It's not to carry a balance or to chase flashy rewards. Your goals are to build a good credit history, to show that you can borrow responsibly, to keep your credit usage low and your payments on time. If you treat your credit card kind of like a tool and not free money, you really are already ahead of the game. And with that said, now we can talk about what to look for in your first credit card. And it is really just two things for your first card. You want to find a simple cashback card that has no annual fee. You want to keep it simple for this first card. You can go for a flat rate cashback card, for example, a 1.5% back on everything card like the Quicksilver cashback card, or look for something like the Saver credit card at Capital One that offers 3% back in certain categories and 1% in others. The only other things I would say to consider is if the card has no foreign transaction fees. That's a big help for when you travel. You don't want to have to pay any foreign transaction fees during your vacation in Europe or Mexico or wherever. So you can consider cards that don't have that fee as well, because it can save you money in the long run. And you can use a site like NerdWallet or the Points Guy to compare beginner cards side by side. And then kind of once you've picked a card, here's how to apply that card in a smart way. You can check your credit score, even if it's low or non-existent, just know where you stand. Then you can try and pre-qualify if possible. Some banks let you see if you're likely to get approved without a hard credit check. You can usually find out if you pre-qualify in your bank's respective app, and then you can apply for your card and be ready to provide, things like your name, address, income, housing info necessary, and your social security number. And the important thing to note is that since this is your first time, only apply for one card at a time right now. Definitely no more than two, because multiple applications equals multiple hard inquiries, which equals a dip in your score. And so after you are approved, here's what you should consider doing next. Of course, set up online access and mobile alerts. You want to turn on auto pay for at least a minimum payment amount. And then you want to use your card for 1 to 2 small purchases per month to get started. Pay your full balance on time every month, and really just start small. Buy gas, groceries, a streaming subscription, whatever. Pay it off before the due date. That's really kind of it. That's the formula. You just want to put 1 or 2 things on the card each month to get started. Maybe do that for 2 to 3 months, and then you can slowly add more things to the card, more charges to the card once you've gotten used to it, once you've gotten used to your billing cycle and things like that. All right, so let's recap. Your first credit card is a tool to build credit. It's not free money. Student, secured, or starter cards are great for beginners. You want to look for a card that has no annual fee, that has some cashback cards or rewards, and if it has no foreign transaction fee, it's a definite winner if it has all 3 of those. Initially, you want to use your card for small, manageable purchases, and you want to make sure that you pay in full on time every time. And more on exactly how to do this later in the course, because there's a few things that I really want to note. And now, done right, your first card will help unlock financial freedom. not debt. And so your action plan for this lesson is to use NerdWallet or the Points Guide to pick your top 2 to 3 starter card options for yourself. Choose one and go through the pre-qualification process if it's available to you. If you're not ready to apply yet, that's totally fine. Just do your research for now and apply when you are ready. This is a big first step. Take it at your own pace, but take it intentionally. That's it for today. You're now equipped to open your first credit card the right way with clarity and confidence. And in the next lesson, we'll talk about using your card to build credit like a pro without falling into debt traps. So let's keep the momentum going. I'll see you there in the next video. And as always, thanks so much for watching Adulting Starts Here. Take care.